I struggle to make it through a set number of pages every single day. But this really changed my time with the Lord and spiritual disciplines. Hey guys, Joe here, back to the Word. Today with a short video, my favorite 1-year devotional. I wanted to share this brief video with all of you. It's that time of year. I'm publishing this in December of 2023, where people are thinking about, what am I going to read next year that's going to get me into God's Word, that's going to allow me to connect with Him, to hear from Him in my life. And I want to recommend, I've done it on my channel before, but I want to recommend this yearly devotional right here, Paul David Tripp, New Morning Mercies, a daily gospel devotional. I first made it through this in 2019, and it changed my whole spiritual kind of life and rhythms. Until that moment, I had struggled with devotions. I had read through the Bible once. It took me 2 years to do so. I'm just naturally in my Bible reading, I am a sprinter. I am someone who, I can get through a book in 2 or 3 days and then have a couple of days break and then keep going. I struggle to make it through a set number of pages every single day. But this really changed my time with the Lord and spiritual disciplines. It was very easy to get through, manageable, and so gospel saturated and encouraging. So for those who don't know, Paul David Tripp, this is New Morning Mercies. So this is the gift edition, cloth overboard by Crossway. They have some different binding options for it. Paul David Tripp was Presbyterian, lives in Philadelphia, currently retired, has done lots of counseling and different things. And so, excellent man of God. I've benefited massively from his different books. You can find some of them reviewed on my channel. But specifically in New Morning Mercies, he used to do these tweets. I don't know if we can call it that anymore. Twitter, now X, every single day. I think he still does them. I'm not totally sure. But little tweets with gospel truths. And so those are preserved. There's one devotional for every single day. And so there at the top here is these short little gospel kind of tweets. And he collected them. And so then what he did is he was approached by Crossway to write a devotional based on that gospel truth for every single day. And so for each day of the year, you have one page that's kind of just him expounding that theme of the gospel that was in the original tweet, straight from God's word, super biblical, super encouraging, super grace-filled, showing that his mercy is new every morning. I did not struggle with there being there's variety in here. It's not the same thing again and again and again. And then what I really loved about it is there's certain days you're really pressed for time, and maybe that's all you have time for. But at the end of every day, he has, for further study and encouragement, a Bible passage. And so that was super helpful for me because there were certain days where I needed to catch up, maybe 1 or 2 days of reading. I kept it short and just picked one of those passages to spend time in. And then if I had longer with my devotions, like today, this July 7th, Ephesians 2:11 through 22, I could spend time in God's Word. And so to really activate that time. And so it was a way for me to build the discipline of daily spending time in God's Word and spending time with God. And so I found this to be a super helpful tool. I went through it in 2019. I hope to go through it again in a future year. And so at this time of the year, I wanted to recommend a great year-long resource for you. I'd like to know from you guys, what resource are you using in the year ahead? So as I'm filming this, we're talking 2024. But if you're watching this later, I would like to know from you, what resource have you used, maybe year-long or shorter, to get into God's Word that has really impacted your life? I would love to hear about it. If you're watching this now and it's right when this video comes out, I'd love to hear what you're doing in 2024. If it's a future year, what are you doing now to spend time in God's Word? What's the great gospel resource? Or are you just spending time in God's Word? I have a video on my channel for my favorite Bible reading plans. We should be people saturated with God's Word. And so don't be bashful and shy. It's like, I'm not reading a book, I'm just spending time in God's word. So valid. Encourage you to do it. I just want to encourage all of us to be people who spend time with God wherever we are and grow closer to him. So with that, link to this resource and information about it is in the description of this video. Until next time, continue to read, treasure, follow the word. God bless, and I'll see you guys soon.